Alright everyone, welcome to my review of the SMSL T2 headphone amplifier. As you can see, it is a tube amplifier. The tubes light up nice blue. That's kind of a personal preference thing. You can't turn it off as far as I know. I personally would like to have it where just the tubes glow softly as tubes do. I think it would look kind of classy, but as far as I know, you can't turn that off. But anyways, moving on with the review, that is pretty much the only con that I found about it. As far as sound goes, which is the most important thing, of course, it does drive headphones really well. Of course, because it is a dedicated amplifier. I've found that this thing is it makes headphones more pleasurable to listen to. Like, it tones down those harsh headphones. Like, if you have a pair of Audio-Technica M50s or something, where the highs are usually just like they're in your face. This thing kind of tones them down, makes it a lot more pleasurable to listen to. If you have some treble sensitivity, like me, this thing can kind of help with that. That's kind of the reason I use it. That's why I like it so much, because it just makes things, it makes it more pleasant, and it doesn't eliminate any frequencies really, at least not that I can tell. But it makes it better. Makes it It's not going to be as accurate, but you don't really want accurate all the time. A good sound isn't necessarily an accurate sound. This is for listening, not creating. If you want accurate sound, you're usually creating something, so that's why you would have studio monitors or something, because they're accurate. You have a good solid state DAC because it's accurate. This is for consumption, and that's how I see it. Personally, I don't like perfect reproduction of sound, like out of a good phone DAC or out of a audio interface or something. That's why I tend to get headphones that, I guess you could say, color the sound. Like if you get a pair of Sennheiser 558s, I guess. In my experience, at least the ones I had, which was a PC363D headset, it's a gaming headset. I know everyone hates gaming headsets, but it's the same thing as a 558. It sounded really nice, but the highs weren't as harsh, I guess you could say, as the M50s. And this thing kind of gives that effect on all your headphones. Kind of makes it not as fatiguing to listen to, for lack of better terms. If I plug my headphones into something like a good phone DAC or a solid state DAC, oftentimes I won't listen to music for all that long, because it just starts to kind of hurt my ears because of treble sensitivity and personal taste. But with this thing, I can just leave music on all the time and it sounds great. I don't really get tired of listening to it. But that's all personal preference. I assume if you're wanting a tube amp, that's what you're looking for. Something I will have to say is, when I got this, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't read any of the reviews because I didn't want to come into the review with some preconceived notions. So when I turned it on, I was a little bit surprised that it didn't change the sound as much as I thought it would. It was more accurate than I expected. I was expecting some really warm, really tubey sounding sound. And that's what I'd got with the previous tube amp that I tried, which was a Bravo audio amp, but it was a speaker amp. That thing changed the sound a lot. This, it doesn't color the sound as much as you might expect, or as much as I expected. Instead, it just kind of, it tones it down, makes it more mellow, I guess. And it's not all that huge of a difference. And to demonstrate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song, probably about a minute of a song. It's not copyrighted. It's the best demo song I could find that isn't going to get the video copyrighted. But I'm going to play it first, directly from the phone, which is an HTC 10. It has a good built-in DAC. I'm going to plug the phone directly into my recorder, and you'll get that, and then I'm going to plug the phone directly into the amp. The recorder directly into the amp, and you'll get that sound. So you can hear the difference. I don't know why more reviewers don't do that type of thing, so you can actually hear what it sounds like on your own. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. But anyways, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to cut to where I have the phone hooked up, and then I'll switch back and forth so you can hear the differences. Alright, and with that out of the way, maybe you can tell some more about the amp, about how it sounds. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Of course, it will sound different with your own headphones plugged into it, because the whole point of it is to give it more power. But as far as the changing of the sound itself, that's what it sounds like. Around front, just the front panel, you have your volume knob. Nice and smooth. It is a potentiometer. It's not digital. As far as I can tell, feels like a potentiometer. But there's no noise that I can hear throughout the entire range. If you don't have an input plugged in, you can turn it up all the way. Completely silent. You have your input, your output, and your power. There is no input on the back, so you can't just have it sitting on a desk as like a permanent amp thing. Like, I wish there was a place on the back to plug something in, because I'd like to have it sitting on my desk. Just have a permanent input running into the back, plug my headphones into it when I feel like using it. But unfortunately, that's not really what this is made for. Personal preference, most people don't care. The switch, as you can see, nice and solid. When you turn it on, you get this flashing light, and it'll flash for a while. I think it's like 20 to 30 seconds. That's an indication that the tubes are warming up. There will be no sound playing through it during this time. It's got a chip in there that cuts the audio while it's warming up, so you don't get that loud popping noise that you would otherwise get. So pretty good technology for such a, it's $60, but that's still fairly cheap for a good tube amp. And you can see it just turned on. Makes a little click when it does that. That's how you know it's on and it's solid. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off and unplug it so I can show you around the thing. You see it is really nice and small, pretty compact. All you have on the back is the power, nothing on the sides. This thing is built like amazingly for the class of audio equipment that this thing is in. It's built amazingly. It's something I would expect from the likes of a company like Sennheiser or something. It impressed me so much that it was built so well. It also comes put together, the tubes are in it. It comes in this box, really nicely put together box here. You got all the packaging, all the foam you could ever ask for. You'd probably throw it across a room and it would be fine. But yeah. Really nice. Really well built. Sounds amazing. If you need a tube amp, or a headphone tube amp, this is probably going to be in your consideration list. If you want to get it, there will be Amazon affiliate links in the description. It would be great if you'd use those, helps me out a ton. It's pretty much the only way I can keep making these videos. Something I gotta mention is, you know when you go to plug stuff in and unplug stuff, you usually press down the top to hold it? Well, this thing isn't really balanced correctly, so you end up doing that. And I assume that's not good for the tubes. So just something to think about. Shut up, phone. Other than that, though, I cannot find any cons with it. I really do like it. I just wish you could turn those blue LEDs off. But yeah, that's it. SMSL T2. Like, subscribe, comment, dislike, whatever you gotta do. And I'll see you in the next video.